So I've got 3 silver jump rings here, and I'm going to show you how you should open it to put your nose ring in. Just FYI, these are all sterling silver. Sterling silver is fairly soft and malleable, so you want to exercise some caution when you're doing this because silver can bend so easily and kink really easily. And I've also got them here in 18 gauge. Some of you will use 18 gauge, some will have 20, 21, or 24. 18 gauge is actually a little bit harder to move than the thinner metals like 24 gauge. So a lot of what I'm doing, even in silver, in the 18 gauge can be done with my fingers, even down to the 24 gauge, which is the really thin metal. That can also be done with your fingers. But just note that this is going to feel a little different depending on what kind of metal you have and what thickness or gauge of metal you have. So 18 gauge is just a little bit on the thicker side. Some of you, if you have gauged piercings, might use 16 gauge and up. But 18 gauge might be a little bit thicker for some of you. And I wanted to demonstrate because it is just a little bit harder to do this versus like something that's 24 gauge. Also, I'm demonstrating on sterling silver, which, as I mentioned, is kind of soft. If you've got 14 karat yellow gold, for instance, it's going to feel a lot springier and you're going to feel a lot more resistance. So if you have that kind of nose ring, don't be surprised if your experience is a little bit less easy than in silver. 14 karat gold is just a lot harder to work with and it's a lot springier. It's a great option for nose rings because it's a lot more hypoallergenic than silver, less hypoallergenic than, say, like platinum. But it's a great metal for nose rings, but it's a lot stiffer to work with. So I'm going to start by showing you the wrong way. So we've got here, these are all like pretty nice and circular, and if you order a nose ring online, chances are this is how they're going to come. Sometimes you'll get them and they're a little bit open. So I'm going to show you the wrong way. So the wrong way is to pull it open like this, creating that little C shape. So it's the wrong way for a couple of reasons. First of all, metal has actually like certain properties that cause, like they have a direction. They have like an actual like cellular direction. And this actually stresses the metal in the wrong way. Doing this once or twice is not going to be a big deal. Don't worry that you've like messed up your nose ring for good. You have not, I guarantee it. But if you did this a bunch of times, you might stress the metal too much. The other reason why this is the wrong way is that it's actually like kind of hard to get this back and closed, especially when you're trying to put it into your nose to like squeeze it down like this. That's going to be a lot harder to do once it's in your nose, and it's harder to get the ends to meet up to just like push it closed like this. In fact, I'm not even going to continue with that. So just set that aside. So the right way is to twist it. So let's see if I can. Yeah. So here's where the opening is. And what I'm going to do is, and you'll see like these fingers are going to move this way. These fingers are going to move down. So I've got fingers moving up, fingers moving down, so in opposite directions. You're just going to twist it open like this. And the reason why this is better is 2 things. First of all, it's a lot easier once this is in your nose to twist it closed. And part of the reason why it's easier to twist it closed is that the distance between these 2 points is still going to be the same. So remember when we pulled this open and now it's like really hard to like get it closed again, and you're going to be like squeezing it on your nose and it's going to hurt. So this, you're going to slip it in through your piercing and then you're just going to twist it back closed. And look, that opening is now closed, and it was that easy. And plus, this stresses the metal in the right way. So just note, when you go to do your nose ring, don't pull it open like this. You're going to twist it open like this. And I know that when I make my nose rings and send them out to customers, I actually send it so that it's open already so that you don't have to worry about that. The other reason why I like to twist it open is that when you go to twist it back closed, it's still in that nice circular shape that it was sent to you in. So if you ever buy your own nose rings online, just note that this is we've got the right way and the wrong way to open and close your nose ring. I hope you found this really helpful, and please check out my other YouTube videos. Also note, if anybody's interested in learning how to make these, I'm working on a class of how to make your own nose rings that's going to be available on my website pretty soon. It'll be an online class, pre-recorded, go at your own pace, and it should be really fun. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again.